Look what you're doing to me. I'm utterly at your whim. All of my defenses down. Your camera looks through me with its X-ray vision, and all systems run aground. All I can manage to push from my lips is a stream of absurdity. Every word I intended to speak winds up locked in a circuitry. No way to control it, it's totally automatic. Whenever you're around, I'm walking blindfolded, completely automatic. All of my systems are down, 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 down. What is this madness that makes my motor run and my legs too weak to stand? I go from sadness to acceleration like a robot at your command. My hands perspire and shake like a leaf. Up and down goes my temperature. I summon doctors to get some relief, but they tell me there is no cure. They tell me no way to control it, it's totally automatic. Whenever you're around, I'm walking blindfolded, completely automatic. All of my systems are down, 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 down. Look what you're doing to me. I'm utterly at your whim. All of my defenses down. Your camera looks through me with its X-ray vision, and all systems run aground. All I can manage to push from my lips is a stream of absurdity. Every word I intended to speak winds up locked in a circuitry. No way to control it, it's totally automatic. Whenever you're around, I'm walking blindfolded, completely
the king of rock. There is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To burn my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire.
Now we rock dog parties and come correct. All cuts are on time and rhymes connect. Got the right to vote and we'll elect. And other rappers can't stand us, but give us respect.
Like who for cool in the game. Roll to the rock, rock to the roll. DMC stands for devastated mind control. You can't touch me with a 10-foot pole. And I even made the devil sell me his soul.
Now we crash through walls,
come through floors,
bust through ceilings,
and knock down doors.
And when we're on the tape,
we're fresh out the box.
You can hear our sound.
4 blocks and blocks
for every living person.
We're a verbal tree.
It's me and TMC.
Jay, where's the beat?
Now we're the baddest of the bad.
Coolest of the cool, I'm DMC, I rock and roll.
I'm DJ Run, I rock and rule. It's not a trick or treat,
and it's not an April Fool.
It's all brand new, never
ever
old school. You got the music
in your body,
and you can't
comprehend
when your
mind won't wiggle,
and your knees won't bend. Music ain't nothing but a people's jam. It's DJ Run,
DMC,
rocking without a band.
Now I walked on ice, it never fell. I spent my time in a plush hotel. I stood on many stages, held many mics. Take airplane flights at huge heights.
So all you sucker MCs, you gotta say please.
Cause when he jumps high,
I'm pulling down reeds, got a song so strong. It's knocking down trees, is it hard to believe it's wrong?
DMC.
cry. I know just where to find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just where to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly. And I'm never gonna tell you everything I gotta tell you, but I know I gotta give it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the ways to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them, and I always know the name of the game. But I don't know how to leave you, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. 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 Out of nothing at all.
hands, everybody, if you got what it takes. Cause I'm Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks. Brakes on a bus, brakes on a car, brakes to make you a superstar, brakes to win and brakes to lose. But these here brakes will rock your shoes, and these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. If your woman steps out with another man, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And she runs off to them to Japan, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And the IRS says they want to chat, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And you can't explain why you claimed your cat, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And Ma Bell sends you a whopping bill, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. With 18 phone calls to Brazil, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And you borrowed money from the mob, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. And yesterday you lost your job, that's the breaks, that's the breaks. Well, these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. Throw your hands up in the sky and wave around from side to side. And if you deserve a break tonight, somebody say, all right. All right. Say ho. Ho. You don't stop. I keep on. Somebody scream. Break down. Brakes on the stage, brakes on the screen, brakes to make your wallet lean. Brakes run cold and brakes run hot. Some folks got them and some have not. But these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down. To the girl in brown, stop messing around. Break it up, break it up. To the guy in blue, what you gonna do? Break it up, break it up. And to the girl in green, don't be so mean. Break it up, break it up. And the guy in red, say what I said. Break it up, break it up. Break down. Brakes on a plane, brakes on a train, brakes to make you go insane. Brakes in love, brakes in war, but we got the brakes to get you on the floor. And these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down. Yo. do it, just do it, just do it, just do it, do it, do it, just do it, just do it, just do it, do it, do it, just do it, just do it, just do it, do it, do it. You say last week you made the perfect guy, and he promised you the stars in the sky. He said his Cadillac was gold, but he didn't say it was 10 years old. He took you out to the Red Coach Grill, but he forgot the cash and you paid the bill. He told you the story of his life, but he forgot the part about his wife. Well, these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up, break down.
Just a moment before our love will die, 'cause I must know the reason why we say goodbye. Wait just a moment and tell me why, 'cause I can show you love that you won't deny.
Through the
It's a primitive clash, pitting years and frustration. Bravely we hope against all hope. There is so much at stake. Seems our freedom's up against the ropes. Does the crowd understand? Is it east versus west? Or man against man? Can any nation stand alone? In the burning heart, just about to burst, there's a quest for answers and unquenchable thirst. In the darkest night, rising like a spire. In the burning heart, the unmistakable fire. In the burning heart. In the warrior's code, there's no surrender. Though his body says stop, his spirit cries never. Deep in our soul, a quiet ember knows it's you against you. It's the paradox that drives us all. It's a battle of wills in the heat of attack. It's the passion that kills. The victory is yours alone. In the burning heart, just about to burst, there's a quest for answers and unquenchable thirst. In the darkest night, rising like a spire. In the burning heart, the unmistakable fire. In the burning heart, just about to burst, there's a quest for answers and unquenchable thirst. In the darkest night, rising like a spire. In the burning heart, the unmistakable fire. In the burning heart, just about to burst, there's a quest for answers and unquenchable thirst. In the darkest night, rising like a spire. In the burning heart, the unmistakable
My first kiss, he immediately just like stuck his whole tongue down my throat.
When I was a kid, I felt really isolated and alone.
I was part of the nerd herd.
I think I was shy when it came to guys.
I didn't know what sex was.
When I was a kid, I humped pillows.
I didn't know where to put the penis.
Dear Diary.
Dear Journal.
September 13th.
July 29th.
I've never been attracted to a man in the way that I'm attracted to countless women. Maybe that means something.
When I got my period, my mom threw some maxi pads at me and she was like, here you go, figure it out.
Dear Diary, my body is flat, ugly, and unpubicized. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, God.
To me at that time, that was a deep, dark secret to hide.
Writing the diary, I think it did help in a lot of ways.
I had to learn to not give up, that I was someone that had a lot to give.
I'm sorry, I'm so nervous.
This is a secret journal, so get out before I bitch slap you.
Hello, welcome to Mortified! Yes! Happy New Year, folks. Thanks for coming in. I thought nobody was going to come to the show. I thought everybody would be getting COVID from the holidays. You guys are here. You're healthy. You're safe. You're staying freaking dry. It's a typhoon out there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for supporting the arts. Are there people that have not seen a Mortified show? Are there newbies? Almost everybody. Okay, we're not doing it. Good job. Great. So, welcome to this show. It is a weird combination of comedy meets self-help group meets storytelling. There's lots of storytelling shows, and people have great stories from their past, but what's unique about this one is what they are reading has to be from their teenage writings. So it has to be from actual teenage diaries. Today in this show, we've got diaries, letters, poetry, rap songs, metal songs. We've got the full thing. All these things they wrote before the age of 19 that they did not know they would share in front of a room full of drunken strangers. And then this show happens. So people meet with us, and we do edit out the boring parts of the pieces, right? But this is all real. We couldn't make this stuff up. And I'll give you a heads up. It's teenage brains. And as you remember, as teenagers, hormones are a big thing. So a lot of these pieces are very horny. Okay? So there are some four-letter words being dropped here. And if we want to make it more embarrassing, my 11-year-old daughter is here today listening to this. So every time you hear like a boner mention, just think about how awkward I'm feeling. And then into that hilarity can ensue. But yes, this is an amazing show. We have songs, letters, diaries. We got the whole thing. It is a good variety. For those newbies, this is a great show to introduce you to the amazing, hilarious awkwardness of the naive teenage brain that they did not know they'd be rock stars for. So thank you all for coming out, for getting drunk, for listening. Please give it up for the 5 brave souls about to be mortified. Thank you.
So awkward. Still awkward. Hey, everybody, how's it going tonight? Awesome. So, yeah, this is my journal because I didn't write in a diary. I wrote in a journal because, I really wanted to be cool. I really, like everything in my brain, I was trying to be cool. I would try to, be a ladies' man and like do what all my friends were doing. Like, oh yeah, but really I was very awkward and very sensitive. So I really cared about what my parents thought about me and what was going on the outside, but on the inside. But on the outside, I would listen to really shitty 90s dance music. And, oh yeah, Real McCoy. Yeah, bust that out. I was very guilty, neurotic, and paranoid about everything. And this particular journal took place when I was about 15 years old. I was a freshman in high school, living in a suburb called Walnut Creek, California. I love how people cheers for Walnut Creek. All right, so anyways, this is the story of my freshman year. I'm sorry ahead of time. Dear Journal, I just got a nervous breakdown. I just got so stressed out about how this year counts for everything. How will I pay for Israel? I told my mom and she laughed at me. I cried and ran into my room and told her to shut the fuck up. She told me to apologize, and I told her to have some consideration. My dad came home. We had a long talk, and for the first time today, my dad told me to stop crying because it was an adult. I think I was like 15. Oh, those hormones. I hate the feeling after you get into a fight with your parents. I felt my stomach getting sick. I guess it's from guilt. I love him and her so much. I will try my hardest starting tomorrow in school to do my best for them and for me. Yeah, you won't be saying that soon. Dear Journal, I just got back from Dan's house and I'm listening to 100% Energy. It's a CD I bought yesterday. I'm skinny and I hate it. Tiffany gave me a ride home today. I really like her, but I never know what to talk to her about. I haven't talked to her about how far she's gone and what she'd feel comfortable doing. Maybe if that issue was out of the way, I could talk to her easier. I might get a pager this weekend. Peace! You guys remember pager code? Or am I just super old? Dear Journal, today was not a great day. It started off okay. We went to go see this AIDS play called Secrets, and I was getting along really well with Tiffany. Tomorrow will be Tiffany and I's 1-month anniversary. I like her, she's cool. Well, I have to go, so may I dream of beautiful women in Toyota Supras. Something I forgot to mention and why a lot of my journal entries are very short. I had, at that time, an undiagnosed case of ADHD, which was diagnosed a little bit later in college. And yeah, you might hear some non sequiturs or things that are a little short or this way and that way as we read. Dear Journal, at 10 o'clock this morning in Spanish class, we turn on the TV to hear the verdict in the O.J. Simpson case. Not guilty. When we heard this, a lot of people started to cheer and were very happy. All of a sudden, I got this rush of adrenaline. I thought he was guilty. Should he be guilty? Should I feel guilty for thinking he should be guilty? Ugh! It took 1 year. It took 1 year to have this trial, and we had to sit through it. Then I looked at OJ and I felt sorry for him. Right now, I don't know whether to feel happy or upset, and I still don't. Well, see you later. 10/6/95. Dear Journal, tonight was the homecoming dance. I danced with Tiffany for a while. We kissed a lot, and for the first time, really, we made out. I kissed her neck and her, and then I left a little line underneath because I didn't want to write down whatever it was I kissed. I don't remember. I was afraid my parents would find my journal, so I had to figure out a way to like remember things and write them down. I figured it out eventually. You'll see. But then I wrote this, and I felt her up over her shirt. It wasn't just a feel because I squeezed them. I felt her butt too, and it is nice. I've been going out with Tiffany for 1 month, 1 week, and 3 days. A lot can happen at a dance. Strange feelings come out, and it is always hot from body heat. Words to live by. See you later. Dear Journal, I'm listening to The Real McCoy right now. I like it a lot. I've been going out with Tiffany for about 2.5 months, and she is really cool. I think she might be the first girl that I sleep with. Last... Sorry. Yeah. Last weekend I went to this Jewish retreat called Kesher. It's a retreat for Jewish people in high school. I used to love it, but now it feels like a bunch of freaks go there. Dear Journal, that was it. That's all it's like. Last Thursday, Tiffany came over, we messed around, and I SHT. And then we basically made out. So instead of leaving, blank lines in my journal, I started realizing I could write acronyms. I must have learned that in English. But then as I was going back and getting my journal ready for Mortified, I started noticing, man, these acronyms, if my parents ever did find my journal, they look way worse than anything I was actually doing. Because we messed around and I SHT sounds like I shit on her. It stood for sucked her tits. That was the last time that I saw her. Because then she was leaving for Paris. She is gone now, and I miss her so much. I think I'm really beginning to like her a lot. Last night, I had this dream that she got with another guy. Today, I saw the movie Powder. It was cool. I got a pager. I gotta go. That's ADD right there. Dear Journal, I'm sort of scared right now. Tiffany's coming back from Paris. I don't even know if she will call me, but I hope she hasn't changed. Everybody knows that 8 days in Paris can change a person. I got the new Ace of Base CD. But I didn't see the signs. I'm gonna pray that Tiff still feels the same way towards me when she gets back. And right now I'm writing with the hand I just burnt with a cig. Dear Journal, well, it's 10 in the morning right now, and I'm lying in bed. Last night I ATO, and that is the farthest that I've ever gone. Ate Tiffany out. We made out for 2 hours. I had a really fun time. I just got volume 1 of the Beatles anthology. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things to be excited about. I'm really tired. And tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I have to take a shower. I love Tiffany. Dear Journal, hola. I don't know. Fucking 15. Today I took my permit test. I need to drive. My girlfriend's going out for coffee with, I don't know who with. But if I had a car and a license, I'd be there too. Tomorrow, Tiffany can't come over because she doesn't have a ride. I wonder if she can get a ride, but she just doesn't want to come over. WWF is coming to California. I want to go. I wish I was really smart and had a great girlfriend and a great family. I have the girlfriend and the family. All I need is the brains. Dear Journal, I haven't done this in a while. It is mortifying, no matter what. A lot can change in a month. I went on this Kesher weekend and I met a girl named Lori. Oh. Shit. Oh, here we go. This is when the crowd turns, Scott. I got on her and thus cheated on Tiffany. Sorry. Don't worry, she gets back at me. I think I like Lori more than Tiffany. She's pretty, she's sweet, and her bod. Tiffany invited me to go over to her house for Christmas, and I said okay, but I think I might wait to break up with her until after the holidays. Tomorrow, if there's no school, Josh and I will go to the mall and then to Sharon's house, and then I will go to Lori's house. My life is finally like Melrose Place. I had an older sister, so we watched a lot of 90210 Melrose. Dear Journal, okay, sorry I haven't written in so long. I can only say so much has happened. First, I broke up with Tiffany. She cried and I felt bad, but we had nothing physically or mentally going. For the past few weekends, I've been hanging out with my friend Grinch. We call him that because he was born on Christmas, and he looks like the Grinch who stole Christmas. On New Year's, these girls came over after Dan, Ken, and I lit a stuffed animal duck on fire. So what started happening next is that Tiffany started to date one of my best friends, Josh, and of course, that just drove me berserk, even though I, cheated on her and I was an asshole. But, I got really confused by that, and then I got even more confused 4 years later when she said that she liked women. And then she was one of my best men at my wedding another 10 years from then. So it all works out, but this is the last entry in this particular journal. And dear journal, I'm sort of sad right now. Josh and Tiffany are going out, and I feel jealous and used. My actual words to her on Friday were, quote, "You used me, you hurt me, and I want you to get this straight. I never want to speak to you again because you fucked up my life enough as it is," unquote. Today, I've been thinking of Beth. That was my first girlfriend. And I've been listening to Lightning Crashes, our song. I know, right? You should totally listen to that when you get in the car tonight. It's about abortions, apparently, which I didn't know. Really good song to have between a first girlfriend. All I can think about is Beth. I miss her and the feelings of the days I spent with her. The first time I drank tangerine wavelength Fruitopia was with her. One or two people get that out there, I think. I need a pretty nice woman to cheer me up now and like me the way I liked her. I also wish it was sunny. So all these events occurred, and as they did, I got a bad case of mono. And this is a period of my life that I now call Dark Mark, because I stayed in my room for like 2 weeks or something while all my friends were turning 16 and getting their licenses and having fun, and I had to just fear of missing out like crazy. So of course I did what anyone would did. This is my last thing for the night here. I wrote really great poetry, and I got in touch with my Native American heritage, which I'm not. This poem is untitled. So many things in this universe, so many choices. Everyone is so diverse. If it was up to me, I'd be on my own, but it's not, and I feel all alone. How can anyone ever tell you that you're not beautiful? 'Cause babe, in my eyes, you're so fine. So can I ask you, do you follow the lone wolf trail? And if you do, I hope you prevail. And yeah, we'll leave it there. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
And I meant every word I said when I said that I love you. I meant that I love you forever. And I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do.
Hi. 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 So I'm Amy. Hi again. And I grew up in the San Fernando Valley outside of LA. Whatever. White privilege, like Walnut Creek. But I always didn't feel super comfortable in my skin, and I was super melodramatic from a really young age, and I liked to write about it. So I started writing from about 6th grade and then kept diaries and copies of letters, which I will read to you, up through high school. So, 6th grade. Dear Diary, I hate school. Yesterday, coming home on the bus was so bad. As you know, I am a nerd, a nationally educated rad dude. So I always have to sit in the front. Anyway, one of the popular boys, Gary, was crawling under the seats, and then he thought that I got him in trouble. And Gary's best friend, Mariah, said that tomorrow you have to give him $50 or a blowjob. I got home and I was so panicked. I counted all my babysitting money and I only have $23. Okay, blowjob. I don't even know where we're supposed to do it. Break into one of the classrooms? I mean, don't we need an outlet? So Mom caught me this morning, even though I thought I was being secretive, putting her blow dryer into my backpack. I didn't want to tell her, but then I said I had to give this guy a blowjob, which is so dumb because I don't know how to blow dry hair anyway. And today I stayed home and she told me what a blowjob was, and that's disgusting. No, it made sense. Anyways. Dear Diary, I guess I should tell you about my family. My sister, she loves horses above all else, and her dream is to have one. I guess I should tell you she believes in flying horses. She would stand in the backyard with a lasso just in case one flew over. My dad, he and I play music together. He's the smartest person I know, but we never really talk. He's a neurologist. I wish I knew him better. Oh, and I wish he'd wear deodorant. Ugh. Mom, sometimes nice, great back rubber, can be a mega bitch. Right? And she smokes pot. I hate it when she does that. I guess I should tell you that back in 6th grade, I really pissed her off. It was kind of awesome. That day, we had a DARE conference, and pot is really bad for you. Do you guys remember the cops that would come during those DARE conferences? Fuckers. Anyways. So I came home and searched through Mom's closet and found her stash. 2 big Ziploc bags. I took them out to the garage and burned them in one of the big pasta pots. There was a lot of smoke. I went and told her, and she was so pissed. But whatever. And then Dad was really mad because when he came home and opened the garage, all the smoke came out. And I guess it smelled really bad. And then I got grounded. My parents are so ignorant. Anyway, you need a name. Because I badly want someone I can talk to and share my innermost secrets to like a boyfriend. I'll name you George. You know what I found out today, George? Becky lost her virginity last weekend. I envy her, But I'm just can't even breathe. But I'm gonna save my virginity for the man I marry. Oh shit. Fuck. But what I wouldn't give for a boyfriend, I guess you'll have to do, George. Did you know I've never even been on a date? Sure, I've liked lots of guys, but none of them have ever liked me. I know. Dear my beloved George, I'm sorry about the delay, but I've been busy. I've got lots to tell you. First of all, you need a name, something more romantic. I'll call you Kevin Anthony with a hyphen. Because I wrote out lots of names, and Kevin Anthony together was the winner. I want love, pure, true, and sincere. I want a wonderful, caring, humorous, intelligent, loving, sincere, adventurous, romantic, charming, handsome, and rich husband. I crave love and romance. It's like a deep, undying hunger deep within my heart that cannot be quenched. But for now, you'll have to do, Kevin Anthony. Dear Kevin Anthony, I am in Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I am in love with the guy who plays Joseph, Jason Shinoda. Shh. I know that it is a love that will never be, but when I am near him at rehearsal, my heart flutters. You cannot understand how much I like him. In my mind, I imagine him asking me out, and then I say, there is nothing I want more. Every night, I pray that Jason will like me. He'll ask me out, and then we'll go out for a few months and then fall deeply in love and have a wonderful relationship for a few years. I bought a candle at the Psychic Eye where when you say the person's name 3 times and light it, he'll fall in love with you. It hasn't worked yet. But there's still hope. But he'll never like me. Oh, you can't imagine the depth of my pain. Jason, oh Jason, wherefore art thou, my Jason? I would totally change my name for you. Kevin Anthony, I hate to break it to you, but your name is now Jason. Jason, I love you. I tried out for West Side Story last night, and Lisa got Maria, and Jason got Tony. I want to die. Can't I do anything right? God, hello, I'm here. Where are you? My family is trying to comfort me, but how can they? Nobody knows how much I wanted to sing those tender songs with Jason and to kiss him. I've been crying for the last hour and snot is hanging down my nose. My mother should have aborted me. I wish she had. God, I am seriously thinking about becoming an atheist. Death, take me now. Oh, the melodrama. Can you tell I was a theater kid? So then, my life has changed. I have so much to say. I just got back from CISA, California Summer State School of the Arts. So when I was in high school for a couple summers, I went to this summer program at Cal Arts, which was a bunch of like arts kids, theater, dance, film, and they'd throw us in Cal Arts for like a month. And so lots of tomfoolery occurred. And I fell in love with various guys. And so I needed to express myself and write them these long, heartfelt letters. But after the first or the second 10-page letter, you realize that it takes a lot of thought. And so I created a template. And so, more or less, I wrote this same letter to quite a few different guys, which was about 10 to 12 pages, with some dried flowers and a mixtape. And so, I can't, God, really, okay. Dear blank, you remind me of a mythological wood nymph. Carefree and cunning and enigmatic, skipping through the forest, capturing the hearts of those maidens fortunate enough to know you. I will no longer bother you unless you respond. And if not, I genuinely wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors. And if you should ever need me, I will always be here. And then I would end the letter on some like cliche Thoreau quote. And so if guys showed like a modicum of interest, like I kind of pounced a little bit more and would write many, many more letters. This is also a version of something that I wrote to more than one person. You can kind of feel a theme. My dearest Nick, by now you are probably quite annoyed at receiving these letters. But somehow you'll live. You may be wondering, why am I writing you? A few reasons this letter will address. A, you haven't called me. This could be due to numerous circumstances, like you were abducted by aliens, you were becoming addicted to heroin and died, you created your own harem, or you decided to watch a nonstop Audrey Hepburn marathon. Or B, to remind you that if you should ever need me, I shall don a suit of armor and come and rescue you. Right? So with this particular guy, Nick, he and I talked on the phone a couple times, and I went to visit him, and we made out. It was really exciting. And then afterwards, I wanted to give him this gift. So, my dearest Nick, I give you warmth and rainbows and dust and dewdrops and meadows covered in daisies and waterfalls and fairy tales and mud that squeezes between your toes and feels really neat and romance and soft rain and the magic of the stage and hot chocolate with marshmallows and goosebumps that come from good music and old patch teddy bears and lollipops and dozens of bright colored helium balloons and hodgepodge and freckles and giggling and love. I did write that to multiple guys. But in conclusion, I would like to say that I'm single at the moment. And so, should you like a template of a letter and a mixtape and some dead flowers, come find me after the show. Thanks.
I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I know what boys like. I got what boys like. I know what boys like. I know what guys want. I see them looking.
Hey. That's such a warm welcome. Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. So that's one of my senior pictures, but that was not one of the sets prepared for senior pictures. I had on the overalls, and I was like, I have to do this. I talked the photographer into it. My name is Chris. And thanks. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, and and so when I was 14 years old, I was pretty shy. I was a nerd. I was in the honors curriculum at a college prep school, and I wanted to make a run at being popular. So I auditioned for this all-girls pep club. And they wanted people to do an introductory presentation, and I decided that the best way for me to do this was through rap. So here's the first rap that I ever wrote that I actually auditioned with in 1987. Oh, hold on to that. Thank you. More later. There was no, I did this dry. All right. Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm 14 years old. I'm supposed to tell about myself, so here I go. I strive for perfection every day. Nothing in this world can get in my way, because I know that I am convincible. Like Pat Benatar, I'm invincible. Some people I know are real pathetic. They act so fake that I call them synthetic. I am the real deal. I don't follow fads. I'm cool, calm, collected, and I never get mad. I like pop music and also rap, so I listen to music when I want to relax. I won't go on and on about the things that I can do. I don't want to seem like I'm bragging to you. Well, in a way I am, because I have confidence. I know that I'm great. I don't need evidence. At times I can be cheerful if I want to be. And this rap has been an earful, so this is me. I didn't get in. Like at the Cheerful, is it a pep club? All right, so I didn't get it in, but I was like, oh, this rap thing, like it awakened something in me. And it's the 80s, and I'm like, I want to be a for real rapper, you know? So I worked on it. Like I stepped up my game, I sat in my room, I wrote a lot of raps. I begged my parents for a Casio keyboard, and I made my own beats, and I rapped over them. There were a lot of ciphers, you know, outside of school. No. And I was like, I want to be really ready, so I'm going to write these battle raps, and I'm going to make up people to battle against. And so I made up 2 arch nemesis. They were also girl rappers. One was named Fire, and the other was named Ice, and they were always dissing me. I found the cassette where I rapped over my beats. And I brought it here tonight to share with you. This is where Spicy was born. The tape. Oh, my rapper name is Spicy.
You call yourself Ice, oh excuse me, Icy. Well, I call Queen Spice. I guess that makes me spicy like a hot red pepper. Can't handle? Get out of my face, you common street fennel. Watch out, cause Spicy's coming in for the slaughter. I'll turn your ice back into water. You're a small time rapper from a town with no names. Anything that you make up has got to be lame. Don't try to run it high, I will find you out. Doom is in your future, there is no doubt. I'll track you down, hunt you, make you fetch and heal. Anything that you do will be at my will. I have power. That's over. Your enough. Mind is so.
Thank you. So in my Behind the Music special, I tell you that Spicy never made it off that tape. She never entered any cipher. She never performed in front of a live audience. But now that I'm an adult doing Mortified, I'm going to let Spicy deliver a rap to you the way she would have wanted to in 1980. I've got some musical accompaniment and a costume change. Got the rhythm, and I know how to bring the beat home. I've got beauty, poise, ability to make noise. I leave a lasting impression on all the fly boys. So forget that girl Fire, forget that girl Ice, cause there is a new queen, and her name is Spice. Walking down the street when a guy approached me. He said, Queen Spice, you're looking quite lovely. Is there anything that I can do for you? You already know very well that I adore you. I said, not right now. I'm thinking of a plan to get rid of all those girls who think they're in command. They better give that stuff a break, do a double take, and never ever make a mistake. Cause I got the rhythm. And it's flowing through my bones, just I've got the rhythm. And I know how to bring the beat home. I was sitting at home when a call came on the phone. It was my friend Jerome. He said, you shouldn't be alone. Come on, Spice, fly with me to Rome. So I packed my bags, jumped into the vet, sped off in a hurry to his private jet. I sat on the plane, sipping on champagne.
I got to.
I sat on the plane, sipping on champagne, watching the ocean go by through the window pane. Jerome's a real man, he always understands. He waits on me foot and hand, cause I got the rhythm. And it's flowing through my bones, just I've got the rhythm. I can be real sweet, even blow your kisses, but don't try try to diss me cause I turn real vicious. I could beat you down myself, but that won't do. So I just send my crew to come after you. They could do a magic trick and make you disappear. There'll be no evidence that you were here. So don't try to play me cause I'm not a game. There's nothing you can do to stop my growth of fame. I got rhythm. And it's flowing through my bones, yes, I've got the rhythm. Come on, boy, bring the beat home.
Yeah!
Hey, everybody. My name is Laurent, and I was born and grew up in France until the age of 8 when my parents moved us to the United States. It was a bit of a confusing time for me then because I had no idea of the American language and did not know American culture. My parents put my brother and I in an elite private French school that was kind of more focused on the French curriculum than helping kids to assimilate. So a couple of years later, I was 13. I was short, fat, had braces. I was just like this nerdy kid that felt out of place. And I had a couple of friends, but I desperately wanted to have a girlfriend, but I knew that my looks put me at an insurmountable disadvantage. But it was around that same age that I found a way to achieve my goals. And to impress girls, I didn't turn to like the boundless depth of French poetry, for example, like Prévert and Victor Hugo or people like that. I turned to the beauty and the romance of American culture. I turned to an influence that I knew would secure my goal, and that influence was Motley Crue. Yeah. It was around that same age that my friends had introduced me to hard rock music, and when I saw the way that the girls reacted to the bands in the videos, I was mesmerized. It was an interesting time in the 80s when, guys could look like this and then sing some pretty sexually explicit songs about love. I was too young to realize those songs were not romantic or realistic. All I knew was that I knew nothing about this world. Motley Crue saying like sex, drugs, and rock and roll and partying with strippers on the Sunset Strip and doing coke and everything. And I grew up in the marina. And yeah, I did. I liked my parents. But I knew that if I could become a rock star, then girls would like me. So I formed a band in my head. I named it Live Evil. And I began writing songs. And between the ages of 13 and 17, I wrote over 120 songs for the Live Evil catalog. Some of which I'll be performing for you tonight. So my first goal was to, impress girls. And at 13, I had never been on a date. I'd never kissed a girl. I'd never held a girl's hand. But I had studied Motley's lyrics like I was studying for the bar. So maybe you can tell where this is going. It's not good. So I'm going to apologize in advance for what you're about to hear. I really didn't know how bad what I was writing was. All I knew was that it sounded like Motley Crue, and in the videos, the girls liked it. So I was like, oh, okay, this is great. Anyway, my first couple of songs, this failed attempt to get love, all the songs are pretty similar in vein, so I'll only read snippets. And I'll say two things before I start. One, you're welcome. But also, again, I'm really sorry. So this first song is titled Sweet Little Missy. Got dirty thoughts, my sweet little Missy. Wish I was here so I could play with my baby. She does things, man, you wouldn't believe. When you're with her, wonder if you'll live. So come on, let me taste your sin. Flash that smile and let me in. You're so nasty, my, Missy. Solo. Sweet little Missy. This next one is actually the first song I ever wrote. It's titled Blow Me. This is why I apologized. So I'll just read the chorus. It's the least worst part. So get down and blow, if you know what I mean. Get down and blow, I want to hear you scream. Get down and blow, and lick my meat. Yeah. And this next one, it's just as good. It's called Pleasure High. Don't pet me there, it's too early in the game. If you pet me there, I'll slowly go insane. Now when we meet, you're such an animal. I can't stop this feeling, it's so deep, it's just so carnal. So pet me there, and my lion will run free. If you pet me there, I'll lose control of me. I was amazed at how easy it was to write a hit song, because I just wrote these in like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I just keep writing hits. This is amazing. It did not impress the girls, but I was just really convinced now that I had what it took to be a rock star. So what I decided to do next, since obviously the girls weren't into this, is I thought I would try to impress the cool kids, because if I could impress them, then maybe they'd invite me to the parties and I would meet girls there. And so I wanted to let the cool kids know that I knew what it was like to be cool, so they could feel comfortable inviting me, and I knew what it was gonna happen when I became a rock star, and that was to fuck my way across America. So I wrote this next song. It's called This Great Land.
It didn't take too long for me to write this song, 'cause fame and fortune were meant for me. Oh, yeah, can't you see? I'm gonna fuck my way across this great land. All the fine-looking ladies, they'll understand. I'm gonna be a star when 1 + 1 is 2. I heard LA can be fun with a blonde like you. Better learn to deal with me while I'm here to stay. I ain't gonna burn out, no fade away. 'Cause I fucked my way across this great land. All the tasty looking mamas, they'll understand. I'm a big star, and 1 + 1 is 2. I heard Vegas can be fun with a redhead like you. Come on! Now time passes so fast, have you forgotten me? Yeah. Well, I'll have the last laugh now, can't you see? I still fuck my way across this great land. All the fine-looking ladies, they'll understand. I was once a star where 1 + 1 was 2. I heard Detroit can be fun with a brooder like you. Come on! La 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 la. Oi, oi, oi! La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. I'm gonna fuck my way across this great land. Yeah.
Well, obviously another hit. But the cool kids were not impressed. Although, again, I didn't care because at that point, I just was deluded in my belief that I was going to be a rock star. And I really believed that writing songs wasn't enough. I needed to map out Live Evil's entire career. So I named albums, I named tours, I decided which songs would go on which album, and then I even created a Saturday morning cartoon for NBC to show to kids when we were famous. And we needed young fans. So I had it all planned out, and what I decided to do most importantly was to study all these bands that I loved, their career path, knowing that Live Evil would have to follow the same career path. And what I noticed was that most bands' third album was a little more mature than the previous two to please the critics. So I started writing songs to please critics that even I hated, but I thought critics would like for some reason. Because I knew that at that point, we'd have critics and fans on our side. We'd be the biggest band in the history of sound. And so what I want to do for you tonight, the last song I want to do for you, is really the opus that was going to be on this album that would bring the critics and the fans to us to make it so big. Let me get my instrument. Yeah, oh yeah. I had started to listen to Queen also and Rush at this point, so it kind of influenced my writing style. And thankfully, we have the music video for this song also. This is a song called Rhymes. Have you ever seen the dark tunnel? And felt chills as the air turned to ice? Have you ever seen tears of blood and breathed death with so many at your side? Well, if you have, my friend, open your eyes and you will see. At the end of the tunnel will be rhymes. Rhymes that make no sense, coupled with hatred so intense that all will fade. I'm so cold, I'm so alone. Yeah, what's this that you see? What's that sound that you hear? It's rhymes. Rhymes that make no sense, coupled with hatred so intense that all will fade. So as you head to the unknown, remember this. Time will tell if you will last and someday write your final. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another hit. Thank you. And it was. But so there's a good ending to this story. I was so shy that from the age of 13 to 33, I was the only member of Live Evil. I was too scared to ask anybody to join. But because of Mortified, a few years ago, I actually created Live Evil. We are a real band. Only doing the songs I wrote back then. We do not write any new material. And we've partied on the Sunset Strip, played at the Whiskey, toured. It's been a blast. But two of my greatest dreams came true. One, I was able to meet Nikki Sixx, the bassist of Motley Crue. I was interviewed on his radio show because of Live Evil, which was amazing. But more importantly, I met my wife at a Live Evil show. And yeah, we've been married for over 10 years. Thanks, everybody.
Hi. I'm Will, and so when I was 15, I lived like right next door to my grandmother and my aunt and uncle and another aunt and uncle, and then my parents divorced, and I had to move like really far away. For me, it was Lake Tahoe actually, and I had to leave behind like my best friend, which is my grandmother. I know. She was awesome. And so and this was like 1980, so phone calls back and forth was really expensive. I got in a lot of trouble calling her. But I needed to talk to her because I was in a new school. I was a new kid. I was a gay kid. I was getting my butt kicked like daily. And I know, like I have nothing but bad information. And yeah. And she had nothing but bad information because I was 15, she was 57 and dying of emphysema. So, we had a lot to talk about, y'all. And my grandpa was sick and she had this dog Sugar and a kitty cat named Smokey. And so we just kind of like had a lot of really bad information to share back and forth through the mail. So I brought letters for you all. And let's just look at what Grandma looked like for a second. This is what she looked like as a teenager. I know. And then we can just go. Yeah, this is Grandma and Grandpa. Grandpa played for the Cubs, so that's exciting. And this is Grandma and Mom, and then this is Grandma and the whole family. And you can kind of see she's getting a little sick right there. And by the time I moved, she was really sick. So you can imagine me bringing up all my teenage problems to a woman who's bedridden. It's not good. September 1981. Dear Grandma, I hate it here. I hate school, too. I don't know anybody. Everyone hates me already because I'm different. I wish I could call you. I hope you and Grandpa will be okay while I'm not there. I miss you. Love, Bill Seymour, your grandson. Like she'd forget. Bill, dear, I guess our wonderful chats on the phone are a thing of the past since neither of us can afford them. Well, we can still write. I'll do my darndest to answer all the letters I get. Has that virus cleared up? I sure hope so. Gramps is getting pretty good on his crutches now. I sure hope he can get his hip fixed soon. Love you and huggaroos to all. Love, Gram. Dear Grandma, I'm faking sick today and I'm staying home just like yesterday. I'm so afraid of school. Hopefully I can change my schedule out of PE and maybe I can be a library aide or something. I lost more weight. I just don't get hungry. I get worried when I lose my hunger, and when I worry, I don't get hungry. Don't feel bad if you're too sick to write back. Feel terrible. Just kidding. Well, it was wonderful talking to you, Bill Seymour, your grandson. Hi, Bill, dear. I hope this letter finds you happy. We miss all of you something fierce. My writing is terrible. I've become so messy, but it's not me. This is my excuse. I'm back on triple-strength antibiotics. My medication speeds up my metabolism and causes these trembly hands, voice, accelerated pulse, and heartbeat. Gramps says a typewriter may be in order. Well, enough of this shit. Here's a joke. Right? Do you know what they call 10 rabbits walking backwards? A receding hairline. Ask your mother to explain it. Sugar is fine, by the way, although she's going deaf. We're teaching her how to read lips now. You won't believe it, but she's responding. She's such a smartass. Well, honey, I guess I'll close for this one. Keep the letters coming. They really help, Bill. Love, Grandma. Hello, Grandma. School's not great. It's just okay. I was walking down the hall with Tammy DeLaRusso yesterday, and a guy named Peter ran up behind me and hit me on the head with a huge stick and yelled out, "Fag." I started crying, but then I pretended like nothing happened. My classes are hard. I'm kind of worried about algebra and French. Actually, my grades are okay considering I don't go to school very much. I'm writing you right now from class. Hey, Grandma, today's your birthday today, right? I can't remember. Love, Bill Seymour, your grandson. Hey, Grandma, it's Special Thursday. Want to know why? Today I went to school and found out I'm behind in my French class. Just kidding, it's no big. But seriously, I'm failing French class. How are you? I'm okay, not great. Update, because I won't go to PE and I keep ditching school, they're making me go to a guy named Chuck at TRYS for counseling. TRYS stands for Tahoe Runaway Youth Services. Chuck is helping me even though I didn't run away or anything. Love, Bill Seymour. P.S. I put my last name just in case you forget. Really? Hi, Graham. Today was finals. I think I did really well in English. The rest, I don't know. Probably really bad. I didn't take the bus today. I cut my last class and I walked home instead. They were throwing pee balloons because the water was shut off at school. Yeah, it was a long walk, but at least I don't have pee on me. Love, Bill, your bored grandson. Bill, dear, I'm getting a mask. It sterilizes the air I breathe in. I hope they come in colors. I'd like one to match my eyes. Gramps says they don't come in bloodshot shit brindle brown. Oh, well. Orange is lovely this time of year. You said you're bored. I'll show you bored. Things are so bad here, I squeezed the Charmin twice this morning just for the hell of it. I shouldn't say hell, but who cares? God understands. Write soon and keep smiling. All our love, Grandma and Grandpa. Hello, Grandma. How are you? I found a man at church who can play the Nazi midget for the soap opera I wrote. It's a really long story. Come another night. I'm doing absolutely horrible in algebra. I don't want to go to school at all. Believe it or not, I love it when I don't go to school. I get to see all my great friends on the guiding light. Well, see you in the movies. Catchy, huh? Love, Bill. Hi, Graham. Yesterday and today were snow days. No school. I'm fine with that. Too many people said they were going to beat me up this week. I miss you both. Update. I'm now going to give you my opinion of my mom's current boyfriend. Soon-to-be husband. Your reaction is very appropriate. And I appreciate it. Phil. Well, he's super terrible. Super spectacularly fake and full of super creepy personality. And now I was going light on him because this guy is a nightmare. He was a nightmare. He sold gloves at like Caesar's Tahoe, and then my mom married him, and then he spent most of his money and my mom's money on coke, and his dad was a child molester, like convicted kind, I know. And that's not it. I was a teenager and I needed a job, so I'm normal. I went to McDonald's and got a job, and so did he. We all survived, kids, okay? But we can all hate Phil. He's still alive. Look him up. I didn't change his name. Hello. Oh, the hate in my heart. It's... Hello, Graham. Yesterday and today were snow days. No school. Did I already read that part? All right. Dear Bill, so nice to get your long letter, honey. I'm still flat on my back, so writing is difficult. I'll try to use my walker today. Perhaps I'll be strong enough. How's school going? I imagine it's not the happy place it should be, but keep at it and time will pass quickly. As for your impression of your soon-to-be stepdad, Phil, your mom has never really mentioned him in detail. Or for that matter, in D-head or D-mind. Your jokes are funny. Have you heard of this one? What lies on the ocean floor and twitches? A nervous wreck. And then she wrote, ha, 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 ha. Thank you for all you're doing. Right soon. Love, Grammy. Me too. Dear Graham, Phil's son is moving in with us. Right? You know it's coming. He is a smelly, pushy, obnoxious, irritating fatty. And if he ends up not moving out, I'm moving out. I wish I could just come up there and live with you. School is really not very good. In 3 years, I probably went 4 days, okay? I can do much better, but I just hate it. Luckily, it'll pass. In 4 years... I'm sorry to hear that Sugar died. I loved her. She used to pull on my socks and play with me, and she smelled so good. Hopefully when she gets to heaven, she'll be able to hear again. And here's Grandma and Sugar. Sugar, can you hear me? I love that dog. Hey, Grandma, have you heard the joke about the two girls playing jump rope? Oh, just skip it. Ha, 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 ha. Love, Bill. And then she sent me a drawing. I was obsessed. My mom worked for Liza Minnelli, and I was just like crazy. And so I asked my grandmother to draw a picture of Liza Minnelli for me. And this is what I got back. And she says, let's see here. Okay. So you can't see the top, but she says, Bill, dear, as you will notice, this is just not my day. I've been trying to draw Liza, the one with a Z, you know, as you asked, but I've had little success. At this point, would you settle for Donald Duck? About the only thing I can draw now is flies. And then this is Grandma. But then I saw this, like rope around her neck. It's frayed right here. Oh. Just a little tried to hang myself note. But you know, we think these things are funny. So, anywho, hello, Grandma. How are you doing? Now for some personal S. And that was censored because I was going to say the word shit. I had this enemy, Tom, but I got rid of the son of a B. That was censored because I was going to say the word bitch. You knew. Yeah. Update. I've had a really hard time keeping up with recording my radio shows, watching The Guiding Light, and buying records. And when I say buying records, I mean shoplifting, okay? Just all on the same page. Fact. Hobbies are only supposed to take up extra time, not all of your time. I hope you're getting better. Love, Bill. June. Bill, dear, it was so sweet of you to send such a lovely letter. Sure brightened my day. Someday we'll talk about the operation I had. I will tell you it was on my eyes, and they're getting better, although I can't see too well yet. On another sad note, we lost our cat Smokey this week. Miss him so much. Now we have no furry friends at all. Thanks again, honey. We love you, Grandma and Grandpa. Here's Smokey. He's passed. It was one of his... I know. One of his 9 lives. Gone. Hello, Grandma. I thought I'd write a letter. I enclosed this laminating material that I'm trying to find at an office supply store because I used up all the kind that was in the library. Let me know if you find any. This is like literally a bedridden woman. She ain't going to no place to be looking for any kind of laminating material. School is okay. Driver's ed is fun, but it's taking so long to get everyone through the booklet. I already read it. Happy birthday to Gramps. Did you guys get my card? Love, Bill Seymour. Hello, number 1 grandson. I'm sorry I haven't gotten my letter back to you before now, but you understand. Gramps has to go for more tests tomorrow. They're not sure if his left kidney is working. His leg is back and worse than ever before, but he keeps going. God love him. Did you hear about your Uncle Doug? Did you get the same story that we did? About him being shot? He and your Aunt Patty are split now, and he told Gramps he can't give out any details, but I don't believe that. He wasn't shot or stabbed in the line of duty, or it would have made the papers. TV. Cops make headlines. What do you think? Well, love, time for me to get on my breathing machine. I never coughed this good when I was smoking. Can we just talk about Uncle Doug really quick? So, okay, thank you. Thank you, I needed that. So we called him Crazy Uncle Doug. He's passed now, God rest his soul. But he was undercover in the San Diego Police Department. Look it up, it's real. And he was the Grand Dragon of the KKK's bodyguard. Yeah, I shook the dude's hand, and he lived next door to my grandmother and grandfather, so they were terrified. And he was his bodyguard, and one day he blew his cover. Lots of different versions of why cocaine might have been involved. So they tried to kill him, and they shot at our van, and we all survived, right? Let's go back to that. Let's all smile. Okay. I miss you, and I think of you every day. Right soon. Lots of love, Grammy. So I sent my grandmother like cassettes of this radio show that I made, and I also sent her these letters and cassette tapes and all that kind of stuff. And I sent her these fun kits, and they're beautiful. They're graphically just like stunning, right? I mean, this is hand drawn, if that's not obvious, right? And then the next one, I want to show you this one because I couldn't keep track. Is it 3 or 4? I don't know, I forgot. What a gorgeous, cover. And so the idea was this was something that you would do in bed, an activity kit, something fun for Grandma to do. So there was a quiz. And you were supposed to answer these questions and choose. I like this one the best. Number 1, Babe Ruth was famous for hitting A, the bottle, B, his mother-in-law, or C, none of the above. Now, she didn't do this. She didn't do this one. The next one is a get well ... If you just ignore the undergrade level spelling issues, what's really gorgeous is she did the puzzle, and there's a begin here, and then you also have to begin here. So it was really complicated. She did the whole damn thing, and then if you can see, she wrote her answer, the Liberty Bell, right here. Super sweet. The answer was supposed to go here. So I would have graded that incomplete. Okay? And then the next one, this is, you know, a really fun thing to do in bed, which is get a big old pair of scissors and cut shit out, you know? Yay, I'm dying of emphysema. No hot beverages allowed in bed or ever, you know, because she can't even breathe. And then, oh, I'm going to take a selfie with a Yashika. I don't know. She didn't do this either. And then add up your medical bills. I don't know. I was stretching. I didn't know what to do. Okay, then we went back and forth with all of this stuff for the 3 years that I lived in Lake Tahoe, and then I got to go back to San Diego, and I lived with her and Grandpa, and I took care of her until she died, and that's how I have all these letters. She left them all to me. They were all in this 3-ring binder, and yeah. And when she was dying in the hospital, she let me know that she knew all along that being different meant gay, and she was cool with that, and that was okay with her, and yeah. So before all that happened, though, this is one of the last letters before I moved to San Diego. Saturday, October 30th. Happy Halloween, almost. Bill, dear, it always gives me such a warm feeling to write those words. We've always had such a special relationship, haven't we? You're not only a loving grandson, you've been a friend, and that's a rare treasure. I've needed to tell you of my love for you, so you'll be able to wear it like a warm jacket for as long as you want. Something that no one can take away from you. Over. P.S. When I hear this song, I think of you. It's the theme song from a TV show called Love, Sydney with Tony Randall. And I found the TV guide from, this is a publication that you could find in the grocery store. And it was something you would look up to see who was on the Love Boat, perhaps. You could also just steal it, which is what I did. But this show was on for several years where Tony Randall on the right was a gay man who lost his partner, and he lived with Swoosie Kurtz and her daughter. And my grandmother watched this and transcribed the lyrics, the theme song, probably week after week after week, you know, writing. And she wrote me, "Please believe me, lately my whole world is changing. Suddenly you're here and life is better than before. We're like friends, forever. And when the rest are gone, it's you who will be there for me, my friend. Bill, you have always made me happy. I love you, Grandma." Thank you.
Oh, man, you guys were about to sing it. I'm sorry. Feel free to go for it. So we have an honor tradition here at Mortified. We like to go over all the valuable lessons we have learned. What have we learned today? We've learned that thank you. We've learned that the acronym SHT doesn't mean you shit on anybody. It means sucked her tits. We learned the way to a man's heart is by calling him a wood nymph. We discovered the legends of Spicy. We learned you do not need talent to be a rock god. And we found out eye colors can be green, brown, blue, or shit brown, blendle brown. Shit blood, brindle brown. Woo! But what we learned as we do it every Mortified is that we are freaks and we are fragile and we survive. Let's please give it up for all the performers tonight. Few quick announcements we wanted to make. If you want to hear more of Mortified, there is a podcast. It is called the Mortified Podcast. Very easy to remember. So now you can hear all these great boner stories on the way to work. So check that out anywhere you can find podcasts. And then, my friends, I've got to tell you, next month is a big deal. It is our Mortified and 17th annual Doomed Valentine's show. All right? So, like, you know, you don't want to do the overpriced prefix dinners. We celebrate love for what it really is. It is awkward, and it is painful, and it is messy and sloppy, and we're going to let that flow on the stage. We're going to have contests. We're going to have a band. We're going to have some of the most intense crush and love pieces going on. So if you're either in love and you want to celebrate how funny that is, or you hate love, this is the place for you. Get your tickets now. Everything's on getmortified.com, including if you want to share your own weird shit with the world. Maybe you've got your own poetry, letters, rap songs, metal songs, screenplays. So go to getmortified.com. It is cheaper than therapy, very cathartic. I highly recommend it. All right? It is every second Friday in San Francisco, every second Saturday in Oakland, all new show. So getmortified.com for all that info. You guys are welcome to stay here. We're about to end the show, but welcome to stay and party and have some drinks. Thank you all for supporting the arts. Thank you for Ari for working the decks. Thank you guys for coming out in the rain, putting on your pants in the rain. Have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.
I laughed at all his words. I thought he was a bitter man. He spoke of women's ways. They trap you and they use you before you even know. For love is blind and you're far too kind. Don't ever let it show. I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger, the can such a pretty show to steal your heart away. The backstage back on earth again. The dressing rooms are great. They come on strong and it ain't too long, but I make you feel a man. But love is blind and you soon will find you're just a boy again. You're the silent type, and you caught my eye. But I never thought that I'd be touching you. How was I to know and let my feelings go, and that I'd be yours before the night was through? One night love affair, try to make like we don't care. We were both reaching out for something. One night love affair, pretending it ain't there. Oh, now we're left with nothing. When the morning breaks, go our separate ways. If the night was made for love, it ain't for keeps. But I lose control as I watch you go. All my senses say I'm in this much too deep. Now you're out of reach. my every thought is you. The things you do seem so satisfying to me. I must confess it, girl. When I like it, you send chills up my spine every time I take one look at you. When I like it, girl, you're blowing my mind with the things you say to me. I like the way you comb your hair, and I like those stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that show how much you really care. Like when I'm all alone with you, you know exactly what to do. You put that fire inside of me and make it more than just a dream. When I like it, you send chills up my spine every time I take one look at you. When I like it, when I like it, girl, let me run this by you just one more time. You're on my mind every day and every night. My every thought is you.
Hey, hello, check, check. Mic
So
one, check, check, check.
satisfying
Hey.
to me. I must confess it, girl.
Check.
When I like it, you send chills up my spine every time I take one look at you. When I like it, girl, you're blowing my mind with the things you say to me. I like the way you comb your hair, and I like those stylish clothes you wear. It's future, some things, 1,000 little wars. I have to choose between, I could spend a lifetime earning things that I don't need, but that's like chasing rainbows and coming home empty. And if you strip me, strip it all away. If you strip me, what would you find? If you strip me, strip it all away, I'll be alright. Take what you want, steal my pride, build me up or cut me down to size. Shut me out, but I'll just scream. I'm only one voice in a million, but you ain't taking that from me. 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 You ain't taking that. I don't need a microphone, yeah, to say what I've been thinking. My heart is like a loudspeaker that's always on 11. And if you strip me, strip it all away. If you strip me, what would you find? If you strip me, strip it all away, I'm still the same. Take what you want, steal my pride, build me up or cut me down to size. Shut me out, but I'll just scream. I'm only one voice in a million, but you ain't taking that from me. No, you ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that. 'Cause when it all boils down, at the end of the day, it's what you do and say that makes you, yeah, makes you think about it, doesn't it? Sometimes all it takes is one voice. Take what you want, steal my pride, build me up or cut me down to size. Shut me out, but I'll just scream. I'm only one voice in a million, but you ain't taking that from me. No, you ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't take what you want, steal my pride, build me up or cut me down to size. Shut me out, but I'll just scream. I'm only one voice in a million, but you ain't taking that from me. No, you ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that from me. You ain't taking that. La 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 la
Excuse my charisma, vodka with a spritzer, swagger down pat, call my shit Patricia, young money militia, and I am the commissioner. You don't want Star Weezy, cause the F is for finisher. So misunderstood, but what's the world without enigma? Two bitches at the same time, synchronized swimmers. Got the girl twisted, cause she open when you twist her. Never met the bitch, but I fuck her like I missed her. Life is the bitch, and death is her sister. Sleep is the cousin, what a fucking family picture. You know Father Time, and we all know Mother Nature. It's all in the family, but I am of no relation. No matter who's buying, I'm a celebration. Black and white diamonds, fuck segregation. Fuck that shit, my money up. You niggas just hunting up. Young money running shit, and you niggas just runner ups. I don't feel I done enough, so I'ma keep on doing this shit. Let's tune shit a young tuna fish. Ha! Yeah. I'm going back in. Okay, I lost my mind. It's somewhere out there stranded. I think you stand under me if you don't understand me. Had my heart broken by this woman named Tammy, but hoes gon' be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. Just talk to moms, told her she the sweetest. I beat the beat up, call it self-defense. Swear man, I be seeing through these niggas like sequence. Niggas think they heathen, pow pow the end. Talking to myself because I am my own consultant. Married to the money, fuck the world, that's adultery. You full of shit, you close your mouth and let your ass talk. Young money eating, all you haters do is ass so. Stop playing, bitch, I got this game on deadbolt. Mine so sharp, I fuck around and cut my head off. Real nigga all day and
tomorrow. But these motherfuckers talking crazy like they jaw broke. Glass half empty, half full, I'll spill ya. Try me and run into a wall outfielder. You know I'm a ball till they turn off the field lights. The fruits of my labor, I enjoy them while they still right. Bitch, stop playing, I do it like a king do. If these niggas animals, then I'ma have a mink soon. Tell them bitches I say put my name on the wall. I speak the truth, but I guess that's a foreign language to y'all. And
something about this house makes my body wanna bounce, shake and bounce, shake, shake and bounce. Come on, baby, let me show you what I'm all about. Just feel the house, shake, shake and bounce. 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 Feel the house.